shoves him like a rag doll into another human being and knocks him down. He sacks the quarterback with another person. It's unusual. Donald ended the game with a sack as well. It illustrates that 99 is as good as anyone doing their job. I think Tucker from Baltimore is the best in the NFL at doing his job. I think 99 might make a pretty valid case. I've never seen Tucker shove another human into another human. I've never seen him make a 56-yarder though. All right, let's move on to the football game, shall we? Good one coming between the Cards and the Rams after the Cards went out to LA earlier this year and really dominated. Early, Murray's got A.J. Green open. Murray says, I can't believe I missed him. Cards get a lengthy field goal from Prater. It's 3-0. Same score. Cardinals looking to increase the lead. James Conner this season has been just spectacular. Used in the passing game a bunch. He looks lighter on his feet. I think in part because he's wearing a single digit. Steve gave me a little bit of side eye when I said that, but I'm not joking. Conner has 5 one-hand catches, most in the NFL. This is Ernest Jones, who gets 2 hands on the ball. He plays for the Rams. Gigantic play in this game. And again, it's Aaron Donald involved in blowing up this play. A spin move gets into the face of Murray. Hand up high. And they get the pick. Sony Michel getting the start. Of course, the Rams, a number of players in the COVID protocols, several put in there just today. What a pass here to Odell Beckham Jr., who was tremendous in this game. Beckham Jr. compares time with the Browns and with the Rams, and he's better. There you go. Simply put, Kyler Murray steps up. Christian Kirk, deep ball for 41 yards. Big play there. And here comes Conner. Murray. Conner, hard to get on the ground. It's 4th and goal. Give it to that guy. Oh, they've got him stopped. No, they don't. Conner bounces through the middle of that Rams defense and scores again. Game tied at 13-all at the break. That's where we are here in the third. Play action. Let Stafford set it up. And how about this spectacular ball to Van Jefferson? Sean, that's his pop on the other sideline. It looked like he ate a bug. Sean McVay, a little more excited. Now it's Murray's turn. He's looking for Zach Ertz. Leonard Floyd gets the pick. The frustration beginning to build for the Cardinal quarterback. Couple of turnovers. And then Stafford rolls right. Cooper Kupp. Does he get it? He does. Sliding down to the ground. Marco Wilson animated. Hard to stop number 10. He has been a prolific pass catcher this year. All right, a 2-score game. Still plenty of time. Here, 4th and 2. Cards go for it. DeAndre Hopkins, I'd put his hands up there against anybody's in the league. If they hit his hands, ball hits his hands, he catches it. That's his first red zone drop, you see, since 2019 to that point. They turn it over on downs. Cards get the ball back. Still a 2-score game. I don't know how many guys in the league can make this play.
1.
There you go. He's wearing a jersey number that matches it. Ryan Clark says 1, and it's Murray. He finds A.J. Green, who makes a play on it. Same drive. Murray, early 4th. Green stays on his feet before he slides down to the ground. Now it's 1st and goal. Direct snap to Conner. There he goes again. Got hit at the 5. Runs through the entirety of the Ram defense, dragging who knows how much weight behind him. It's 27-20. Still a ton of time to go. There they go, play action again. Who's running open? Number 10, Cooper Kupp. Gain of 44. Stafford made a whole bunch of big-time throws in this one. Here's Stafford on 3rd and goal. How's that not a face mask? Well, clearly it is. Jordan Phillips right there. And that's 15 every time. In this case, it wouldn't have been 15, just would have been 1st down. McVay was angry. They had to settle for a field goal. 4th and 9, under 2 to go. There's Kirk again downfield for 47 yards. Cardinals would settle for a field goal, now an onside kick. Sunday, a big day for onside kicks. You might have heard Steve Levy say there were 3 that were successful. They never work. This one does again. Zaven Collins is on it, and the Cardinals have got life. Need a touchdown and the extra point to tie it. But now after a holding penalty on a Kyler Murray scramble, got to make something happen. There's a completion to Connor, but the clock is running. Right, get up to the line of scrimmage, clock it, and then take a deep shot. Maybe you get lucky like you did with Nuke Hopkins last year against Buffalo. Well, they don't do that. And now
nobody knows what's going on.
Absolutely no one. But there, guess who again? 99. Started the game with a sack. Tells everybody, y'all don't have to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Here's Sean McVay on the significance of the W.
It's a measuring stick for tonight. I thought our guys answered the bell, and what you realize more so than ever that we've talked about a lot throughout the course of this year. All right, now how do we build on this? Because this is one night, we're going to enjoy this, but we got a short week. Seattle has really gotten rolling over these last couple weeks. Big win over San Fran. They looked really good against the Texans yesterday, and so really pleased with these guys, but we want to continue to be totally and completely present, enjoy this, but let's keep building on it. That's what the good teams do. They get better in the month of December, and that's really our goal is, hey, you want to continue to be relevant, Gary, but you also want to make sure that you're improving so that if you do give yourself an opportunity to play after the 17-game regular season, you're playing your best ball.
Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdowns, no picks, the 6th time this season. That's the most by any quarterback in the league. No other quarterback's done that more than 4 times. I would have lost that bet. I would have thought Brady had done. He's not even on the list. It's Stafford's 2nd such game against a team over 500. Also did so week 3 in a win over Tampa Bay. Tough pill to swallow for the home team. Cliff Kingsbury on the night and the loss and his quarterback's play.
It's the most proud I've been of him since I've been here as far as his effort. I mean, I thought he battled. He played his ass off the entire game. A couple of those throws, he was going to the right spot. One got tipped down at the goal line, and then, 54 made a tremendous play on that one. But I thought he fought and created and did everything he could to keep us in that game. And it was adverse conditions. That defensive line is tremendous, and I just was really proud of the way he battled.
Look forward to the visit every week from Ryan Clark. You see the NFC playoff picture behind us, and you and I talking off air, and I mentioned it with Greasy about the ceiling, right? And we've seen some games from Stafford where, the tape, Tennessee, not great.
Yep.
Not so great against Green Bay on the road either. Mm-hmm. But if this is the ceiling, you tell me what you see on this tape right here.
I'm going to tell you what, if this is the ceiling, it's absolutely scary. This is the guy that Sean McVay chose over Jared Goff, and my goodness, that was the right choice. Now, this is going to be about execution, right? It's going to be about design, and it's going to be about an arm that was touched by the angels of God, right? So they're going to get what's called the zombie route. When you get a zombie, you have a deep crosser here, and you have a post. The guy that they're going to be working on now is Jalen Thompson, who is in the middle of the field. Now, I want you to also know that Matt Stafford is going to roll out here and throw this football from God's green earth, right? So we let the play start up here. Matthew Stafford's going to have the play fake, then he's going to get out and watch this setup. Now, we pause it here. Oh, I messed it up. Let's bring it back. Bring it back. So we pause right here, and we get the play where Jalen Thompson is now locked in on OBJ. He's locked in on OBJ because Matthew Stafford's eyes are pointing him right here, but he knows that there's no way that Jalen Thompson can get from that position to be back where Van Jefferson is, where he throws the ball, and look where that football lands. That's a 60-yard throw, all air, right on top of the 2. Now, we're going to get the same exact concept right here, Scott, but the way they do it is this guy, Van Jefferson, he's dead. He's Terrell Davis in the Super Bowl with a migraine. He's not doing anything. He's going to have a little hitch route. And now we're going to get the same type of concept. We're going to get a deep crosser here. OBJ is going to run through the middle here. And when Matthew Stafford gets outside, let's watch his eyes and the way that affects Jalen Thompson. Let's pause the tape right here. Matthew Stafford's eyes are going to this side. Jalen Thompson recognizes that, and so he's going to hold in the middle of the field. Right here in the middle, we're going to have Cooper Kupp, and he's leaning on Byron Murphy. Why is he leaning on him? He wants to get him on that right shoulder, so that opens up the field over here to the other side. Now, I want you to see this again, right? Matthew Stafford is standing right here. This arrow is right there. You know why? Because that's a hell of a throw that you got to make. Now watch this. He gets outside the pocket. He plants. He gets back. Jalen Thompson is out of the middle because he was watching Matthew Stafford's eyes. He was watching the play. Matthew Stafford plants, turns to the other side, and makes a huge throw. The design by Sean McVay was perfect, but it was the execution of the body language, the eyes, and the route running by the wide receivers that made this happen. But in the end, there's 3 or 4 people on this earth that can make the 2 throws that Matthew Stafford made tonight. And you talked about his ceiling, that's it. When Sean McVay dials up the right plays, Matthew Stafford now has to execute at that high level, and he's one of the tops in the game.
All right, so we know, or we believe anyway, that the 2 teams we saw tonight are 2 really good teams, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
But we also know that we've not seen either of them with these quarterbacks and coaches play in the postseason, where we have with Green Bay and Tampa Bay. There is a built-in belief in those teams as a result, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. But we do believe that they're good. So if we're trying to put sort of weight on the scales of what we believe them to be, but what the concerns would be because we haven't seen them at this place, where are we with the Rams? What are the concerns?
Well, listen, every team is imperfect, right? Even Green Bay and Tampa Bay, they have their issues. But when you watch the Rams play, when they play against teams with physicality that can run the football, this defense gives up yards, right? This defense gives up space. And now, when you think about that, you think about what they can do if you're Tampa Bay with Leonard Fournette, right? If you're the Green Bay Packers with A.J. Dillon and also Aaron Jones. Those are teams that can move the football against the Los Angeles Rams and throw to the outside with great quarterbacks. And my other problem is Matthew Stafford. When he plays at his ceiling, he's one of the best in the world. But when we watch him against the Titans, you watch him against the San Francisco 49ers, the Green Bay Packers, those inconsistencies scare me. And as we were talking in the hallway before we came in, we haven't seen him do it at the elite level in the playoffs.
And a quick thought on Arizona, because I don't want to dismiss them. They're 10-3, but those 3 losses are all at home. And I think, Tampa Bay haven't lost at home. If they stay there, it's going to be hard to beat them. But
absolutely.
What's the worry about Arizona?
So your thing with Arizona is when Kyler Murray turns the football over, this team loses. You think about the Green Bay Packers. He has 2 turnovers in that game. They lose. This game, he turns the ball over twice, and they lose. And also, since J.J. Watt has been out, they've been susceptible to the run up the middle. So a team that wants to pound the football and then make plays in play action can make plays against the Arizona Cardinals defense as well.
All right. Now, I don't want you walking off the set, it might happen early today, but you're going to stick around with me, right?
Yeah, I'm going to stick around, bro.
Okay.
Listen, I'm 10 toes down, bro.